my humble opinion, 2020 was the year the US stood still, but 2022 will be the year humanity takes a leap forward. Now, why I think that? That has to do with everything that is in the description below. So please, if you have come here for the homework, if you are ready to start your homework, start doing it now. Do not watch the rest of my video. I don't care that you listen to what I have to say. I care that you start getting educated. So please, start the homework now. And if you're still watching, then I'll give you a little bit of content for myself. So why do I think that? Why do I think 2022 is going to be such a big year? Well, I think Meta will be releasing their first extended reality goggles, which will be augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality, all in one. If they do that, I think the game is just over. They are such a big company, they can make it so popular, mainstream. That's when everything will switch. It'll be like the first iPhone coming out kind of moment. On top of that, Apple was set to release their Apple Glass in 2022. Now with COVID and other things, this might not be happening, so more speculative. But if Apple does hop on this big trend that's been going around right now, which would not surprise me, and releases their Apple Glass, that is straight augmented reality. Now, that's augmented reality everywhere in the real world. So not some headset that you would have just sitting in your basement to play with, but it would be like a pair of regular glasses that you put on and you go about your day. And then instead of having to take out your phone for your GPS directions, or take out your phone for your text message, or take out your phone to play on an app, or to watch a video, or to do everything that you do, it all gets displayed right in front of your eyes on the Apple glasses. Now this is kind of like, for me at least, the sound moment when they made AirPods, which I'm obsessed with, now just directly go right to your ear, compared to having to have a wire out or just playing the volume out for the world. It just made me have to stop touching my phone less. I can talk to Siri directly from it, send a text message just by using my voice. It's been quite incredible. So these glasses are going to be a game changer. I don't think it'll replace the phone or the computer yet. I mean, it definitely will in the next 5 to 10 years. But it's still going to need a big piece of hardware to run off of, and people still like their computers. But why do I say it'll replace them? Because I have my augmented reality headset on right now. I can just open up a big screen computer that's right in front of my face and can move and can shut, and I can make 20 of them, or one big one. Or I can buy a $500 monitor, and that's all it does. It'll replace it, but it'll take some time. So I think those are some big things that are happening. Another big thing kind of outside of the metaverse, cryptocurrency, blockchain world would be James Webb Telescope. So this is like Hubble 2.0. It's going to be crazy, crazy powerful. It has to be, I think it's like 1 million miles away from the Earth or something like that, so that the sun doesn't interfere with it, because it uses infrared. So if it was anywhere close to Earth, or if it didn't have all the technology it does on it, it wouldn't be able to see anything. But this telescope is so fucking powerful that it can see a bumblebee on the moon from 100 miles away on the other direction back to here. Bumblebee on the moon. That's fucking crazy. We're gonna be able to see some crazy shit. Aliens? Maybe. I don't know. I think so, but we'll see. Just this stuff is gonna be able to tell us about our past. It's literally like a time machine, because that's how light works. It takes time to travel, so it can literally see into the past, like when the Big Bang happened, what actually happened, you know, how our stars formed. Just looking into other distant galaxies, or studying our own, like our own solar system, getting way more information about it than we ever knew before. That is going to be a big game changer. So, a few big things that happen in 2022. Hopefully they release the Cybertrucks. That would be, I would love that. I'd be so happy. But that's just other piece of technology that I'm looking forward to. Now, like I said, I made this video because I have friends, I have family, I see it all over the place. People like, I don't know where to start. I don't know how to get into it. I don't know what to do. I know nothing about this space. Well, I didn't know anything about this space just a couple months ago too. What did I do? Instead of spending all my time on Netflix, which I really didn't use that much at the time, but just watching stupid YouTube videos, pointless ones, just general information YouTube videos, TikToks, scrolling through Facebook and Instagram, I took all of that time, or if you look at your phone, it will literally tell you mine was between 8 and 10 hours a day spent on my phone doing stuff that wasn't important, and I converted it to just watching YouTube videos and looking up things that I didn't know. Watch a video, it says a word I don't know, go on Google it, and now I know. So I spent about probably over 100 hours so far learning about this space, and I still got hundreds and hundreds of more to go. I am not a professional, I'm not well versed yet, but I have a pretty goddamn good understanding of where this is going, and that's why I'm making this video. So that way you guys can start getting going now. Why now? It is still the gold rush era, okay? I know you probably keep hearing that because it is. So this is the early days of the internet when all these different websites are coming out, and these companies, and they're overpriced and all this other stuff. Think of NFTs. Some of them are just through the roof right now with how much they're costing, and they should not be. So what's going to happen, just like with that, I believe there will be a crash. Okay, maybe not a big one, but definitely a crash. And what that will do is that'll take all of the little seeds that are getting created right now, it will plant them in the ground. Most of them aren't going to grow. They're dead. Okay, it'll kill off a lot of projects. Some of them will grow into blades of grass, and it'll be life, and it'll still exist, and it'll be a good foundational base, but that'll be it. Then you're gonna have some flowers, some bushes, and then you're gonna have some redwood fucking trees that grow out of that ground. Now those are your Googles, your Facebook, your Twitter, those are all of your big Amazon companies, okay? Those are coming out, those exist right now. So if you're picking the right ones when it's just purely investing, you're gonna be pretty well set for the rest of your life. That aside from the point, getting educated now is the difference between, oh my God, all of these companies are using Facebook and all these other marketing technologies for their companies and they're doing so well, now I have to start learning them. Instead of playing that catch-up game, you're now being the proactive game of, okay, I'm gonna learn how this stuff works, so that way, when it becomes mainstream and everybody's using it, I have the head start. That's what I want for all of you. I want all of you to have a head start. So, no excuses, no bullshit. 40 hours of work, one full work week. That's all you got to put in to get an understanding of things. From there, you should deepen your knowledge. You should do the research, you should watch the other YouTube videos. Hopefully the algorithm will be all blockchain for you now that you watch all these videos. But you still will have to put in work after this, but at the very least, you'll understand where we are and where we're going. And you should be a part of that. My humble opinion. Going through this list, just a few things that I want to touch up on. Metaverses. This is going to be a big thing. This is where most of you are going to live out your daily lives. This is where you'll be working from. This is where you'll be hanging out with your friends. It's going to be the new foundation. Imagine video games finally introduced into the real world and have real world utility. That's where metaverses are going, and I really think you should start getting more specifically educated on those, because buying land in the right metaverse is like buying land in New York City while there are still horse and buggies going around. It's good investment, so definitely start getting educated in that field. Things like DeFi, so decentralized finance, I think it's going to crumble all of the banks, which politicians and whatnot are worried it can destabilize the currency of the United States dollar. I would say the government is destabilizing the United States dollar, and that's kind of a line out of one of these videos, so hopefully you watch them and you'll see. But the government printed 40% of all of the fucking money that we've ever had in the past year. 40%! That's insane. And now they have this huge infrastructure bill that they're trying to get passed. Like, we are destabilizing the dollar, and to say that we can't be like Venezuela or like Turkey, that the government's not going to be as strict as China, or like freezing bank accounts like in Nigeria. Yeah, it's the United States. I'd love to believe that couldn't happen, but to be ignorant to the fact that it couldn't happen, no way. There's a good chance that our dollar could go to shit one day. So getting involved and putting your money and assets into crypto and into the blockchain world where it's universal, it's not just set to the United States, is a big deal. How big of a deal? China has banned this technology. That big of a deal, okay? When China's doing something like that, you should know that this is a pretty big deal. Lastly, what I would say is decentralized exchanges. So these are just like, if I'm going to go to Europe or if I'm going to go somewhere else and I need to change my money, that's where you would go to do something like this, but then they can do other stuff on top of that, so more utility on top. A new one that's coming out that if you watch this video, what's today? Today's the 19th. I think you have until the 21st, so you got 2 days basically to watch this video and get involved early to the pre-release of this DEX, but it's called Niobe, N-I-O-B. I will probably put a referral link down below because you need one to sign up. I've never done any multi-marketing stuff like this before. My sister actually found this one and told me about it, so I'm underneath her tree, and if you guys want to join and look into it, that would be awesome. You can follow that down below. Why do I think it's going to be so big? You just got to go to the